You can register your bike, so if it does turn up, they can find you again. I got mugged in London. Ptolemy! That's the average London experience. Congratulations, you got the full scope. I'm so sorry. That is the average London experience. We're not ending yet. I still got energy. Do you guys want to play some Gamba? Don't go anywhere alone with my bicycle besides the trails. Never leave it alone because it's expensive. 5K Canadian. Whoa! That's so fancy. I hope it's nice. Is it like a mountain bike kind of thing? Sorry, I completely forgot how to change game category. My brain short-circuited. Well, Gamba Genshin, it's Sunday. Do people enjoy the new Genshin and Staria launcher? How does chat feel about it? Because the update for it was humongous. Yes, mountain bike. Sheeper, that's so cool. Genshin whale pack. We're not whaling today. I'm gonna save some more free stonks for Siege Win. Need to get it tuned up because I don't have rear brakes. Only the front ones. Do you not ever like brake so sharply that your bike goes like over top? Like it lifts at the back. That's so scary. If you don't have a special license. Oh. Full currency time. Jokina, thank you for joining us today. Enjoy your look. Hannah, thank you for the yeet. Thank you for the yeet. It's 169 channel points to throw stuff at me. Or 100 biddies to throw 10 times as many items. Ptolemy, enjoy Wuva. Have a good break. I'm indifferent to it. I only play Genshin, so I don't really need the combo launcher. Oh, yeah. Oh, sheepers. That means I have to update it for Impact as well. For Impact 3rd. I haven't played it on stream yet. Oh, seepers. Not like this. Jaskil! See you too! Oh. I remember when I was younger, I was just driving my mom's bike. Crystal flies, let's go. Oh, wait. I need to go and change our capture. They are strong enough for me to pass over the bars. Oh, fear. Oh my god. Yeah, please get it fixed. That is terrifying. Oh no. Do you have to reorganize anything? Minimally. Because I have this one set up for Nikkei, but we haven't played... Oh my god. We haven't played Nikkei in like a hot second. Streamlabs might be heated. Thank you. There we go. Better. Way better. So now let's collect 69420. Free delivery things, because I have not logged in like 2 weeks. Did I pick up the crystal fly? I hope I did. I sure hope I did. Chat, dailies first? I know there's new event stuff going on. But we've done the interlude quest like 2 weeks ago. How long do we still have to wait? 1 day and 21 hours? Chat, on Worms Day! We can pull for Siege Win. Yippee! Let's go! I once crashed into... Wait. A tree on my four-wheeler going and flew over the handlebar. That is terrifying. I hope you recovered okay. That's really scary. Oh, heck no. No, I have nightmares. I hit a telephone pole when I was younger. I wonder if that has anything to do with me becoming a VTuber. With event stuff. There we go. Didn't get hurt, but then my pedal thingy broke, so I couldn't pedal. Did you get it replaced? Reflective writing. Upon returning to Mondstadt, you encounter a light novelist. Wait, are these 7 hours to finish the thing? Is this a voiced event? Does anyone know? We've completed this one, and we've wait, have we not done the Chlorinde story quest yet? Yo, chat, we just got a quest! Let's more! Yippee! I did flip over the trailer. I almost got my... Oh, that is so scary. Oh my god, please be careful! Please be careful when driving. Oh my sheepers. That's so scary. Wait, hold on. Let me adjust volume for chat. New feel unlocked. Okay, I'll never go on a quad. Sheepers.
Huh? Do you also see Navia and Chlorinde over there?
I see Baizu very up and
they
close.
might have run into some kind of trouble.
Ow,
Let's go check out what's going on.
Glad you saved Cowboy. Heck yeah. It's not voiced. Okay, then we can skip it.
Still no dice?
Oh, I missed
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
How you doing,
What about
Jada?
Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now. I just gave the members of the Spina a few days off, too, so I don't want to bother them either.
I can't believe we needed 3 weeks to play
This is getting pretty difficult.
Navia, Chlorinde, what's up?
Get you snacks and get comfy, chat.
Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners,
52 kilometers,
how are you
wow.
all doing?
Huh.
I don't want to
Navia.
get no worries, Slack. See you later. See you on Wednesday.
Oh, you mean...
Yep.
Just back
This
from
is
the
our
One Piece
chance.
pre-release and making lunch. Ooh, fun! Did you get what you wanted, Jada? Did you get all the items you wanted? What are you going to do?
You need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve.
Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
What kind of problem?
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
Wait, are we getting another TCG?
Marechaussee what now?
Got some good stuff, but
It's
I
a
was
new
looking
game script
at
by the
alt
Tabletop
art later
Troupe,
and I didn't
a local
find it.
roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe?
My
They
beloved.
put out games that
Ow, ow.
allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friends.
She made it sound like
I've
a
loved their
doujin
stuff
intro.
ever since I was a kid.
I might trade out for it. I hope you get the cards you want, Jada.
Chlorinde and
Wait,
I
do you
are
play it
both
or do you
veteran
just
members
collect
of the
it?
club? Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them. And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on, a brand new script? Nobody has ever played it before.
Generally speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues, but I think this one is pretty solid. The author obviously put a lot of work into the story, and the world building is also quite credible.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're missing one final player right now.
You were right. It's a big problem.
So, you're saying you'll help us out? I knew I could count on
Talking
you,
about
partner.
D&D. There is that D&D mechanic in the other story quest.
Is that okay?
That's not a problem. I'll adjust the pace based on the actual number of players, and ensure that everyone has a good time.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow your lead.
I always help a friend in
Well,
need.
that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Woohoo! I'll go grab the script manager from the club right away.
The script manager? Didn't you just say that you gave Chlorinde the script?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script. In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next part of the script only after players have completed the current list of objectives. On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life. We'll only know where we should go once the script manager reveals the starting location.
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this script really did put in a lot of work.
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
I look forward to experiencing it with you all.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chioriya Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I find them.
Sounds good.
I'll submit a
Remember
Yu-Gi-Oh!
to always
playthrough.
watch where you're going, and
So that
don't
was
rush.
cool. Oh, wait, Dana, do you play
say
Yu-Gi-Oh!
that like I'm
too?
6 years old or something.
I play anything with Chlorinde.
Let me think.
Even ET for
What
the
kind of
Atari?
character should I play this time?
No spoilers, she would hate the Fast and
I
Furious
just
series.
hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time.
Family.
Oh,
Maybe
and
she'd
stop
like it.
trying to persuade every animal you come across.
Sorry, I got sidetracked by kid updates. I'm fully back, chat. Apologies. I will not get distracted again. ... For now. Sorry, I didn't trust him. Oh, they're still there. Wait, they're no longer talking about my husband. No, they stopped talking. Farina!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Synchro.
You're
The online one is so fun.
And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too.
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
Hey, you two.
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette, Fremine, and I play something similar at the Hotel Bouffe Tété sometimes, but I'm
What?
usually the GM. Still, I'm sure it'll
I
be
do
fun
believe this
being
is
a
a D&D
player for the first
episode.
time.
They were
I'm
listening
looking forward
today.
to it.
They were listening today, Tom.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Chlorinde simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing,
It's more
and asked
fast-paced
if I
now.
wanted in.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a 40% discount on membership fees.
Oh,
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first.
good idea.
Especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun, then I'll join.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe activities, Chlorinde?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Right. I knew about that even when she was still my subordinate.
It's nothing. Really, just a small hobby of mine.
Wow.
Cute.
Paimon's so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist. It's kind of hard to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
So if we have a problem with you or with any of the rules, oh god, I can't forget about the 44 rules now. Do we have to submit a duel request to you?
Surely you jest.
Oh, I
would
wish
never
I was that
intentionally
button,
make things
chat.
difficult for my players.
I wish I was that
maintain a clear
button.
boundary between my professional and
Oh.
personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person.
Doubt.
Someone
Step
who
on me.
feels
What?
anger and sadness,
What?
just like everyone else.
I'm normal.
Well, you say that, but for
So
all the time
normal.
I've known you, I don't think I've
I
ever
was
seen you
Clorinde's entire
cry.
white shirt.
I've seen you get angry, sure,
I'm fine just being the
but
button.
now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
Somebody said step
I
on me.
was probably in work mode
was
during
I.
those times.
Is that so? Well, in any case, I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
So you want to see me cry? That might be a little difficult. A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
She's taking
No,
acting classes.
That's not what I meant.
She's taking acting classes, chat.
I'm
Oh,
back.
she's back.
Here,
Yippee.
Allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Oh, he's really into
Pleasure
it.
to
You
meet
can
you
tell
all.
by the way that he's fully dressed.
Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club. I occasionally play a few of the roles in my scripts.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script. This script was adapted from the real history of the Marushosei hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marushosei hunters. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief
I'm
rundown.
so intrusive. No,
So,
she just wants to
basically,
know.
Mars
Maxwell,
shows hunters were
thank you
people
for
who
the
dedicate themselves
followers.
to
I
hunting
appreciate
monsters
it.
and
Welcome
protecting
in.
the city by
How
using
are
a
you doing
special
today?
swordsmanship technique passed down over generations. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor. But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
Mm-hmm. And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Yippee!
Oh, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already.
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location and begin your heroic journey.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's
Touch grass.
the exact location of the scene, as
Could
well
not
as the
follow
formal
someone
permission
that
to
likes
use the venue.
capitalism. How are you, little? I'm doing
Seems like
excellent.
they have everything prepared.
It's really nice
Please
to
check
meet
all your
you.
belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated location.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
I would
I'm
follow
just
you
fine.
anyway.
Move out.
I do be a capitalist gamer sheep. That being said, exclamation mark it's up in the chat. To tip your streamer. I do love cash money, stunk dollar. Oh, that's really far. No, you cannot make Baiju walk this far. Wait, where is it? Mama Chlorinde is so hot, chat. This is not allowed. How dare she be that hot? We haven't finished building here yet either. We gotta collect some starfish today. I wanted to do it off stream, but I haven't had time yet. Such. If we run past some starfish, we can take them, right? Free real estate. But we need the green ones. Not the... Hello.
A bitter pill to
May I
swallow.
interest you in... Ka-chow?
Up to it, Manzai!
Behold!
I hope Nico's having a good day today, by the way. I haven't seen Nico during the Genshin stream in a hot minute. I hope you're doing well. Oh,
Seems like an emergency. Mind the side effects. Bow your head. Squall and
pressing
fury.
3 instead of 4. It is. I'm happy I got Mama for PS. Her chest button is a national hero from Fontaine, so strong. I wish I were that button.
vermin!
I wish that button were me. I want to be rebirthed as her
The
button.
doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow.
I get 2 of the best views that way. Ooh, I don't want to hit those seals.
The life of an adventurer certainly isn't easy.
They would give us aberrons, right? I don't want to do it. You guys relax. They're friendly. Just chill little guy. Oh,
Kuromiya yippee, Kuromiya yippee,
Kuromiya, yippee!
Kuromiya yippee.
Prophecy! Oh my god, 21 months! Are you sheeping me? Thank you, thank you! Thank you so much, Annie! Annie, good to see you also! How are you doing today? Wait, chat, Annie, subby expired. Do you want to help a homie out? We could make it a scam train. Don't you like scams? I love scams. My mother was a scam. Ow! Ow!
They really have thought of everything.
How are you doing
Even
today?
the photometer is here and
Welcome
ready
to
to go
Gamba.
for us.
The photometer. What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
Yeah, it's like the other story quest
And
we did, right?
what about all the dessert and tea?
Oh,
Is
those
that
are for me
us as well?
specifically. Is that matcha?
That's what the message said.
I'm normal.
Really? That's so nice. It feels just like a tea party with friends.
Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
Cute.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marashose hunter, Paimon.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
The desserts are great. But I'm still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Very fair. Then, let us begin. First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you, and write down your name and profession. You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. In this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Ooh, nice.
Need a feature to
As
eat
hunters,
Paimon.
you have proficiency
No!
in swordsmanship and
She's
fighting
so
by
sweet.
default, so there's no need to allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
Waking up.
Swordsmanship?
Just waking up. Sorry, I'm late.
So there's
No,
a fighting part to
don't
all
worry.
this?
I'm glad you got to sleep in.
Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own. Maybe Paimon can just stick
Ooh,
with you?
fun. You're hot
Why
for
don't
anyone,
you
no
share a
matter.
character card then?
Your boy or girl.
The traveler will be the Marashose hunter.
You're gonna love them.
And you
Maxwell's
can
right.
be her little floating assistant.
Maxwell's right.
Kinda like in real life.
So, for the
And
name,
Xianyun
do I
is
fill
really
it out with
hot.
the name of my character?
Yep. It can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new name.
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
In that case, I think I'll continue to use the name Linny then.
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it will be to pass associated checks.
I'll take persuasion and investigation. Those are must-haves when it comes to missions like these.
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia. Just as expected of a veteran player.
So, should we also take those skills then?
Girl, Gatito,
Not
welcome
necessarily.
in. How are you
Since
doing?
we're working together as a
It's
team,
good to see
we could leave the
you.
negotiations
Paimon's
to
cute as heck,
Navia
right?
and use our skill points to pick up other useful skills. For
Play a game
example,
to play the game.
I think I'll
Game
take
section.
stealth and sleight of hand. That will give us more options if we run into any situations we can't negotiate our way out of.
Legally distinct.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about it like that.
I'm saying, well, how are you?
suppose
I'm doing
it's
great
not
today.
so
Thank you for
different from an
asking.
acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play.
I'm waiting for the sun to
Let
go
me
down
see.
after stream,
I'll
so I can go water all my
arts
plants.
and performance. I'm not quite sure what use they'll be, but I'm not as knowledgeable about the other skills. And I'm not too confident I'd be able to roleplay them well.
Oh, but you're literally the acting
that leaves
prodigy.
us. What do you want to learn, Traveler?
Insight seems useful.
Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful.
I have vertical planters this year. I did a baddie and I drilled holes into them at the wall of my house. I'm sorry, landlord L, respectfully. I put up vertical planters for strawberries this year. So I hope they're coming along well. I really want them. But I do have a lot of birds in my area, so I hope they don't eat them. Learn cooking?
Gotta say, this suits you really well. Nothing boosts morale like good food. So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these two skills?
Yes.
Let's
Love
see.
food.
Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
Regret not pulling for
all
Arlecchino's
picked
legs.
such classic skills.
Arlecchino's really hot
It's fine
too.
to go
We
a
have
little
her
bit
too.
out of the box, you know.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
Uh-oh.
For example, this one here. Summon. Doesn't it sound super mysterious and cool?
Oh no.
I saw that one just now as well. The description says,
We love you,
this
landlord, if you're reading
skill
this.
can
Nah, I'm
be
just gonna
used
fill it back
under
in when I
certain
move out.
circumstances to
Okay,
summon
fine.
characters or creatures that fit the script's world-building rules.
I've
The
repaired so
script's
much in my
world-building
house that was
rules,
broken when
huh?
I moved in. I think I get a pass.
But how are we supposed to know what a Marashose hunter can summon?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM will take care of the rest.
Alright, you've convinced Paimon. Let's learn summon then. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of thing shows up.
Oh.
Well,
I hope
now
you
that
get
everyone's
her.
more or less finished creating their characters,
I have Shenhe,
we
but
can
I don't
begin.
have Ayaka.
Since 2 of our players are doing this for the first
Crab
time,
brave,
though,
crab brave.
let me ask. Would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
Oh my god, please pick easy.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, in
Please
role-playing
pick
games,
easy.
the story sometimes changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the fatometer. For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical failure may even result in further
Legally
negative
distinct.
consequences.
Legally
if you choose
distinct.
to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail, and face any consequences that may follow. If you choose easy mode instead, every check will be successful by default, and you won't have to worry about luck playing a factor.
Critical mode. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Yeah, this is the mechanic. We had this one before. In the Lynette story
Given
quest.
that I'd like to focus on the story, I suppose I should pick easy mode. I'd feel bad if I brought the team down by failing my checks.
Huh? Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the lifeblood of role-playing games. I'm going with authentic mode for sure. Never knowing what you might have to overcome. Ugh, doesn't that sound exciting?
I'd rather be mentally prepared for what might happen.
All right, then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode. All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Linny will play on authentic mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
You know what? We can play on authentic
Are you
mode.
sure?
Yeah.
Trust me, you'll see
you're
the
breaking the
beauty
fourth
of
wall.
RNG. Honestly, I don't think Chlorinde would make things too difficult for us, no
She's
matter
just
what
like
the
me for
fatometer
real,
says.
shit. She's just
Isn't that
like
right,
me for real.
Chlorinde?
No promises.
Brother, thank you for the
super
yeehaw
reassuring.
mode. I appreciate it.
Well,
Love
anyway,
this hat.
enough talk. Let's get started.
Brave Lulu.
I want to experience at least a good chunk
Wish
of
your
the
luck
story
for
today.
RNG.
Speaking
I'm
of
not
the
that
story,
lucky.
why is the beginning scene
Not
on a
normally.
beach?
Well, that's because
We're on a beach.
a long time ago,
Oh my
back when
god!
human civilization was still in its infancy,
Wait, that's so cool.
powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the land. They created a host of monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence. Soon, a group of human
I love that
rebels banded
layout.
together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing
Oh
so,
my sheepers.
subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction. They became known as the
Okay, that's cool,
Marachose
right.
Hunters.
I'm glad I'm not obstructing her. That is so cool. Pog loading screen. Beach episode. Were you guys here for the beach episode this week? Did you guys see Bikini Lulu?
Sometime later, as a member of the Marachose Hunters, you receive a commission.
After being through so
Following
much.
the address provided on the
Will it be a
message,
story
you
quest?
take
I
a boat
wonder.
and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to
is where
survey
the
your
budget went.
surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity, but you do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place. Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marachose hunters, likely led to this location after receiving the same commission as you.
You're all Marachose hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side. What say you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
Okay, count me in. My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marachose hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
Bikini Lulu?
Is this where you
Yes.
introduce your character
Oh,
to
thank
everyone?
you.
It sounds like they've done this dozens of times.
Was genius to
My
have a
name
bikini
is
under your model
Farina,
standard
and,
outfit this time. Thank you.
I grew
That
up
was
in
all
a
Kuma is
noble
doing.
family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a marche-say hunter, what I really want is to be a performing artiste.
I can't believe they made her a
Hey,
bard.
that's really
It suits her
cool.
so well.
You can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done.
Paimon is Paimon.
Maya's a
good
genius,
friend
right?
and companion to this Marashosei hunter right here.
Oh, I like her. I like
I've
her
been
outfit.
studying the culinary arts since I was a child.
Her voice.
I hope my delicious food can help boost people's spirits.
That's wonderful. I'll be looking forward to your cooking during our adventures together.
Well, if we're all here for the same commission, why don't we take some time to confirm what we need to do?
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads, "To the
For real.
honorable and trustworthy Marashosei hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces of wickedness. We beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis and return peace and stability to our home."
Welcome in. I hope you're having
The
a good day
layout of
today.
this city looks super familiar. It kind of reminds Paimon of Mondstadt.
The
They
scriptwriter
reused
must
the
have
map.
used a real-world city as a
Oopsie.
reference when coming up with the map.
There's a YouTube channel that makes
As
animated
experienced
videos based on
hunters,
sessions.
the layout of the city
Oh,
reminds you
wait,
of
that's so
places once
cute.
traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of days gone by. Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates are open to you,
EP music's
beckoning
making me
you to
EP.
come forth
I
and
love
bring
their
salvation
videos. Wait,
back
that's so
to the
sweet.
town.
I carefully read
Gotta
every
check
line of the
those
letter
out.
and turn my attention to the signatures at the bottom. Who issued this commission to us?
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together.
Oh.
They sensed that things were not right within the kingdom and sent a distress signal to the outside
Wait,
world.
so good.
In that
The rules
case,
together.
why don't we take a walk around the
Wait,
city
can
and
someone
see if we
post them
can
in the
learn anything
Discord?
from the local residents?
I want to check those out later.
Good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters and bad guys we're after.
Yippee. Oh, that was so
You
smart.
look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
I'll post them in the Genshin channel. Yay!
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman
I'm
standing
sad
nearby.
we still don't get to do the...
She appears to be rather troubled about something.
What is it? I'm sad we still don't get to do the,
Greetings, friend. Lovely weather we're having today,
New
don't you think?
outfits.
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather today is quite lovely. If only those monsters out there would
My
stop
hair
causing
doesn't
trouble.
Wait, he
Like
is.
every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer. If we keep
Exhaust the
asking
dialogue.
questions, we might be able to get some good leads.
That's the dialogue
Come
story chat. I'm
now,
gonna be
don't
crunching for a
sad.
sec.
Life
I'm
is all
hungry.
about optimism. Oh, that reminds me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Huh?
I don't think that's the kind of question we're supposed to ask.
Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even take cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef. Besides, I'm not really a fan of sweets.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine. Hey, did she just... me?
Chlorinde must have broke character for a second.
Zero, good to see you. I hope you're having a good day
This
today.
isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can think of something.
Use insight?
The results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one consulting the photometer. You recall all the lessons you've
Wait, do we
learned
not
in
get
your
to
time,
RNG?
and begin to carefully observe the woman's mannerisms. You notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. And when she speaks, she often subconsciously reaches out to touch the ring on her left hand.
Did something happen to your husband? Oh!
So you noticed. That's a little embarrassing. A horde
did
of
she get
monsters
divorced?
suddenly appeared near the capital recently. So
no,
all
she
the
got
gods
Genshin
were
divorced.
dispatched to fight them.
Posted a story on one. Thank you, Storm!
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know where he was sent?
It all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes, he couldn't even tell me where they were sending him.
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat those monsters as soon as possible. We sincerely hope your husband will be able to return to your side soon.
Oh, thank you.
Don't worry. We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things, like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a delicious dessert.
I'll do my best.
Queen of Optimism
You
has
bid
spoken.
farewell to the woman, and continue your journey further into the city.
You got any... Oh, it's a fake set. You got any games on your
As
phone?
you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his
Oh no, we
arms
need some-
and gives you a disdainful look.
Need some help with that lady's
You
wallet.
get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Alright, mate, what you got? Why was her sword out? Stonks!
Although he doesn't seem very friendly, merchants are usually a
here.
good source
Thank
of
you,
information,
Fun.
right?
Pardon me, sir. I'd like to ask a question if I may.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How
Of course, 'cause it's Chlorinde's
this
voice.
Gah, what do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? Pah, you can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Surely an onion can't be that expensive, right?
What do you know? War's nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If you're not gonna buy anything, then scram.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
Persuade him, Navia?
Sir,
Ah.
we came to this city to solve the very problem you seem to be referring to. The war you mentioned, would it happen to be against the monsters outside the city? If you happen to be well
use the spell that
informed
turns her
and
into a
know a
sheep.
thing or two about
You
what's
mean the
going
5
on,
gifted?
we'd appreciate it if you could share that information with us. After
We're
all,
almost at-
the sooner this
at the
problem
goal.
gets
Wouldn't it be
resolved,
poggers?
the easier it will be for you to do your business.
That says 14. Are you sure? That says 19 to me.
Well, things are basically as you said, young lady. Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
That is concerning.
All right. That's all the information you need, right? Off with you now. I've still got business to do.
You know, if you smiled a little more, you'd definitely get more business. And I bet that would make your life just a little bit sweeter. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to work.
I've gifted
It's
us
just
forever.
a tip.
Begin a spell in D&D? Oh, I begin as a
Should
spell
we
in
try
D&D.
to go somewhere with more people?
Ma'am.
Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
Before you lies the city's central square.
There's no fountain.
You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth,
enjoy.
his head hanging
enjoy,
low.
Enjoy.
He doesn't seem to notice your approach.
Thank you for
Still
the follow.
immersed in his
Welcome
own
in.
thoughts, he shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
This guy seems promising enough.
Maybe he's got the
Maybe I
intel.
can get some information out of him.
Maybe he's got the intel. Get him, girl. Oh,
Sir.
capitalism!
Is there
Thank
anything
you for
I
the
can do to help
three! Holy supers! Thank you!
Wait, you're...
Thank you so much! Achoo! Love that they just happened. Thank
dear
you!
goodness.
Thank you!
You're a Marashose hunter!
You recognize us?
I really appreciate
Are you
it.
one of the people who wrote the commission letter?
Yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come. Oh, what great news! The city is
Oh, he's
saved!
so sweet.
What happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters.
And then the Sheeper Nation attacked.
The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back. However,
the small cleaning
monsters
pancake,
have
welcome
once
back.
again surrounded the
Good
city.
job on cleaning.
Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its
It does
power.
miss the fountain, for
Or
real.
perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I know for sure is that their return has stripped the city of any chance at peace.
How's Genshin going? Really interesting
not
today.
enough
We're playing
soldiers
the
to drive
Tron
them
story
out?
quest.
It's not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no idea how to deal with them. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marashose hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off chance that something might come of it, I decided to reach out to you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true!
Yippee!
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and
my main
formidable
tasks, Lulu, as I
Marashose
said I
hunters are
would.
on the case.
The man is touched by your
maid.
determination and resolve.
Sana, welcome back for
His
more.
eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find them. Can you give us any leads?
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. I'm afraid I can't point you toward a specific location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I see. We'll go look for them then.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters outside the city are just part of the problem. There are evil sorcerers inside the city as well.
Of course
so
there
be on your
is.
guard. They're actively
course
working
there
with
is.
the monsters and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic. They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
Rena could sing him a song?
Like, now? Is this really the right time?
I appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's more important to focus on the crisis at hand. Brave hunters, I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
There's such a wide variety when speaking, right? Beans is right. She's got them skills.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem should we tackle
Crab
first?
got in, so they're tempted.
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Chlorinde said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marashosei hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Paimon wants to know too! The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kinda like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All Marashosei hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the centuries.
Huh? So you mean anyone could become a Marashosei hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters.
Study the blade.
Still, most people dropped out at the early
Study
stages.
the blade.
And others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person.
Oh no.
To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria. After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear,
Yeah, Sun, I hope you're having a good
intent
time.
on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order.
In spite
One of the ancient
capitalism.
sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
Now wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So, why don't you talk about someone else for now?
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... how about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter? Or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Chlorinde?
From my master.
Hot and my horse
Master? You mean Miss Petronia?
Sana. Maybe
Someone
not
you
lead
know?
next time. Maybe steel.
Absolutely. Miss
Sorry,
Petronia and my
joke was
father
right
were
there.
good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Chlorinde over to play, but then...
Let's not get off
no.
topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Casiodor into battle against the monsters. This group of warriors, under Casiodor's leadership, became known as the Marashosei Hunters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marashosei Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters, eventually came to be
Horse be
predominantly
horsin'.
comprised of Melusines.
I
But he's
see.
fine. I'm glad he's okay. Oh,
that
sheeper star
explains
crap.
why most of the people
You
in the
can't see
script
him,
have
but he's
forgotten the
Raven.
hunters or think of them as nothing more than a legend.
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough always being the one shouldering everyone's expectations.
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization no longer commands respect, investigative work is bound to suffer.
Speaking of investigations, which problem should we tackle first? Monsters or evil sorcerer?
about monsters. That's the main duty of the hunters, right? We can come back to the sorcerer later.
Well said, Miss Farina. Plus, if the sorcerers really are the masterminds behind this whole thing, defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their intentions as well.
What about you, partner? What do you think?
Monsters.
It's decided then.
I would love to fight a little bit today.
All right.
Just a little
After
bit.
some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
Yeah.
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
You there! Outsiders, halt! An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build and a determined expression in his eyes. Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his fair share of battles. Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his forehead make it obvious that he's been wounded and is in serious pain. I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll only ask this once. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
She just turned so British out of nowhere.
Wow,
What
It's been a
happened?
while since someone's been this suspicious of us.
I said talk, not whisper between yourselves.
Have you
British
ever
time, innit?
heard of the Marchese hunters?
Marachose
Lady.
hunters? Ha! That fairy tale, you mean? What, you expect me to believe you're one of them?
Yeah, I got my permit right here. I'd like to do an insight check to tell what he's thinking.
While everyone is talking, you begin to carefully observe the captain's mannerisms. Every so often, you see him glance toward a particular direction, with a pained
Is he
expression
the
on his
husband
face,
from the others?
as if an
Oh my
invisible
God,
thread
yay!
is tying him to an unknown place. As you follow his gaze,
So
you
British.
vaguely recall that the
Drank the
location
tea
he seems fixated
with
on
milk
is
and
known
sugar.
for its difficult terrain.
Lego song.
Any battle that breaks out in a place like that is likely to be prolonged and devastating.
Wait, is that where the monsters are? Outside the forest, in the area with the difficult terrain?
The captain is taken aback by your sudden question. Still, his shock only lends credence to your theory. You're looking to fight the monsters?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we're Marchese hunters
I
after
love
all.
this music so
You
much.
could
I'm
say
glad you
that's
like
basically our
it.
job.
Yippee.
He shakes his head and continues to regard you with skepticism. In the end, he decides to inform you of the locations where the monsters have appeared.
Good.
Those monsters aren't easy to deal with. But if you insist on going, I won't stop you either. I just hope all the guards
Wiggle
will be able
song
to come
never
back
gets
to their
old.
families alive. I
Even
wish
after
you the best
so
of luck.
long. Yippee.
Based on what the captain said, the monster should be right up ahead. Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
I don't have Navia, so this is gonna be fun. Oh,
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road. They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds.
sorry. I really like her animation. She's really cute. But we didn't pull for her. Because, I had to save.
A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
But Navia did not listen. She had earpods in. Maybe. Of course it's a dungeon. Dungeons, and more dungeons. Look at her eggs, right? Wiggle until you can't wiggle no more. Give me all those worms, child.
This is the place he mentioned,
Give me all
right?
them worms.
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying claw marks. All the signs point to one thing. A truly devastating battle just took place here.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged. They close in on you without fear. You get the impression that, in their bloodthirsty eyes, you're just another meal for them to devour.
Jump, jump.
A little help here! This thing wants to eat Paimon!
Your battle round begins. Now.
Hey.
Coming at ya! Fire! Well, prepare to be blown away!
Oh, cute.
Let the world collide!
A round of applause. Step right up.
The next battle round begins now.
Oh, she's strong.
Oh!
And voila!
Watch out! Fire! Well, with rocks. Where'd that come from? Coming at ya! Ha! Ha-ha!
Oh, she's absolutely destroying him. Holy
The
sheepers.
monsters let out a terrifying roar of anger and resentment before
Ray,
dissipating into thin air.
Hope you're having a good day today.
Thank goodness it's over.
Action before, just hear the microtransactions
We're lucky the
stuff, but now
Marashose
completely see
Hunter
how it would
class
be
came with all
addictive.
those preset
It's really
skill
good.
points. Otherwise,
This is just
we
a
would have
side
been in
quest.
some real trouble.
I never knew the Fatometer even determines the amount of damage you inflict. If you get unlucky, isn't it just game over right then and there?
You have like 400 something hours in this game. It's
That's
really
part
good.
of the fun. The
it is
uncertainty
too.
of
Oh,
fate
yeah,
is
yeah.
what gives these games their appeal.
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
Is that a poop?
A suspicious
Chat! We
lump.
talked about this.
Wait, could it be the thing
Hello,
that appears after every
welcome
battle?
in. I hope you're having a good day
walk
today.
up to it,
It's
crouch
good to
down.
see you.
and begin to carefully examine it. I've still got my right glove on, so it should be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. It was previously obscured by the large form of the
Is it a
monsters.
treasure
With the monsters gone,
chest?
the small protrusion now
Is
awaits
it $3
your
million?
discovery, poking out of the ground like a shy flower bud.
Ooh, it's a treasure chest!
Usually restricted. What the heck, mihoyo? Let's take it out. Are we getting zoomed back to our table? Are we gonna find out?
With everyone's help, you successfully excavate the wooden chest from the ground.
Oh,
Even
what's
without
in
opening
it?
it, you can tell from the mora and jewels scattered around the chest that it must contain quite the fortune.
Makes sense. We worked hard for this. Let's open it and we can share what's inside.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it. Doesn't it seem like there are people out there who need this treasure more than us?
Yeah. Think about all the people suffering in the capital. Or all those guards who got hurt fighting the monsters. Wouldn't it be better if we gave the treasure to them?
Wait, is that how it works? Paimon thought since we were the ones to dig it up, we could just take it for ourselves.
Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a
just- I will
role-playing
side quest
game
got they
can
they
impact
add
the
the
future
realism.
course of the story.
But
A
would
game
the
within a
people really
game.
believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marshose hunters. What if they think we
real
procured the
concern.
treasure illegally? They might get even more suspicious of us.
That's definitely something we should consider. maybe we can come up with an explanation in advance.
Well, sun's already going down, kids.
Donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on good food? Then we'll be ready to fight even more bad guys.
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice once again. Well, it's getting late. Why don't we call it a day for now?
Wow, where did the time go?
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all or because the story is particularly enticing, but I feel like I could almost keep going.
Here, here. Ooh, how about we play through the night?
I'm not sure I'll have enough energy for that.
Yeah, that won't work for me either. Lynette will give me an earful if I get home too late.
I understand how you feel, Navia, but we have to change venues for the next part of the story anyway.
Huh? Another location?
That's a long campaign.
There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor set for the next part of the script.
Whoa! They really pulled out all the stops for this new script.
Well, even if we end the game for the day, we can still stay a little longer and hear Chlorinde finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history of the hunters.
Something tells me you just want to finish the free desserts before we break for the day.
That's just a coincidence, okay? Besides, the Paimon not
free
finishing free
dessert?
food feels even worse than having to buy her own.
Around the
And
gate,
anyway,
GM
Paimon really does
Riot.
want to hear more about Clorinde's master.
Well...
The story doesn't have a happy ending. It's okay not to finish.
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's all in the past. It won't do any harm to share these things now.
We don't get to finish playing it. That's so sad. Can we get like 5 gifted?
My earliest memories are of living with Master. According to her, she saved me from certain people of ill repute. My birth parents had left me behind some time before that.
What a heavy beginning for a life story.
Master was a fascinating individual, if inexperienced in the ways of raising children. My first ever toy was a short sword.
I hope you're having
Although
a
I
good day
suppose
today.
it wasn't so much a toy as something Master
How are you
removed from her
doing?
waist and handed to a noisy child in need of distraction.
Oh, wait, so she handed an actual sword to a child? Isn't that dangerous?
Nah,
Did you
frick it,
hurt
we
yourself?
ball.
Of course I did.
No.
I cut my palm and bled quite a lot. But Master was not concerned. She just stood there and casually lectured me about it. See, that's what you get for not holding the sword properly, she told me. She then
Sheesh, no
crouched down
chill.
next to me and said,
No chill.
"Give me your hand."
Hope you feel better soon.
I'll teach
oh
you to bandage
no,
this
please
wound.
feel well soon,
After that,
Bean. It's
it's
good to
time
have
to
you
learn
here
how to
though.
truly
Let me
hold a
distract
blade.
you for a little.
Excuse me for asking this, Chlorinde, but how old were you exactly when all this happened?
Probably around, 3, give or take.
3?
Heckin' prodigy or
Isn't that when
sheepers.
most kids are still struggling to hold a fork?
As I said, Master was
The Papa, so thank
rather
you.
inexperienced in the ways of raising children. She believed trial and error was the best way to teach a child what
my
they're
God.
capable of.
How is she still
I'm not
alive?
so sure this is a question of experience.
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Liyue once. It was a Geovishap hatchling.
A Geovishap hatchling? For a pet? That seems even
Uh-oh.
more dangerous.
Barry, hi, welcome in. Is Farina worth it?
What she said
Absolutely,
was
she's so
this.
cute.
Make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it with a fight. Whoever loses is the real pet.
And how old were you when this happened?
Oh my god.
5.
Ah,
Well,
Jesus Christ.
did you win?
No, I lost.
So you're
that
saying
Sanic?
you actually
Happy
became
Sanic anniversary.
the Geovishap's pet?
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat. and we've shared a cordial relationship ever since.
Oh, I'm glad it's still alive.
That really doesn't sound like the
This
kind of
dress Lulu is
child
also
that
very
someone
cute.
should have.
Yeah, imagine if somebody just
Later
Donut
on,
walled me.
I gradually understood
I'd be
that
so
Master
distressed.
most likely didn't
You
know
wouldn't
any
even
other
get to
way
see
to
it.
raise a child. She was a marechaussee hunter, but I never heard her bring up her own parents. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt monsters in the wild by myself the year after that.
She's
Even though the training she subjected me to was strict, she always made sure to take me traveling when she had the time. We met many of her friends during those days. That was also how I met Mr. Callis and his family.
I still remember the first time we met. You were too scared to join our picnic and hid behind Ms. Petronia the whole time.
Oh, cute.
I still
Barry, thank you for the
hadn't really met
follow.
many
Welcome
children
in.
my age at that
I hope
time,
you're having a good day today.
so I didn't know how to interact with others.
After that, though, you started
That'd be
coming
a
over
terrible
a
thing
lot.
to do, Chad.
You
So horrible.
loved challenging people to
Bullying me
shooting
with money?
competitions, remember?
Oh, my sheepers.
I don't think many members of the Spina ever beat you in one of those.
I had a lot of fun during those
Oh,
days.
that button.
I enjoyed them too. Oh, do you remember that one time we went exploring around the Spina together? We overheard Papa call your master Fontaine's Protector of Justice. We tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that one time.
Cute.
Protector of Justice. Oh, wait, you mean that vigilante hero from 20 years ago? The one who was always active at night?
Yep, that
Oh,
would be
let's
her.
see this one coming.
She often would put on a black cloak and go out at night. I never knew where she went or what she was doing. Until, like Navia said, we overheard the truth from Mr. Callis that night.
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guards leaving all kinds of witness reports about her on Nervalette's desk.
Yeah, well, I'd be like,
My
God damn it, I gotta
apologies.
read all of that.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. You had nothing to do with it. And anyway, everything she did was for a good cause. Although, calling herself the Protector of Order was a bit much. Especially when she deliberately operated outside the law.
Huh? When did the Protector of Justice become the Protector of Order?
We're back to the
she
same
had a
Steam
bunch of code
Bah!
names.
Welcome
I heard she would
in.
just come up with a name on the spot whenever she
Nice
was
to
asked.
meet you.
Later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions and decided to stick to just two. The Protector of Justice and the Protector of Order.
Cute.
That sounds like her, all right.
Sheepers, it's been almost
I
7
bet
hours.
she forgot which of the two she'd used by the
Contains
time she
Diluc
got
and
back
seems.
each
Oh, I
night.
forgot about Diluc
Well,
Batman
she
jokes.
certainly
She's
sounds like a
been a minute.
fascinating individual. With her strong sense of justice, it's no surprise her student followed in her footsteps.
It's true. I always wanted to become like her. Someone powerful, independent, and with a strong sense of conviction. But she suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
No.
Disappeared? What happened?
I have no idea.
That's so
She
sad.
didn't even leave a note. I was never able to find out where she went. That night, I was celebrating my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up. When I returned home on my own, it was to an empty house. When she still didn't appear after a few days, I went to Mr. Callis's house to ask about her whereabouts. But he only shook his head.
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter in secret, but they never found any credible leads.
Don't worry, I understand. To be perfectly honest, given Master's personality and way of doing things, it all made a lot of sense. If I had to guess, I'd say she probably used it as an opportunity to force me to become independent. Just like how, when a litter of kittens reaches a certain age, the mother willingly leaves them behind.
No! Keep them all 5 ever.
Are you upset, Chlorinde?
I was at first, but not anymore. I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
Well, despite everything, you still her footsteps and become the greatest champion duelist in all of Fontaine. You're practically a living symbol of law and justice.
Yeehaw. Can I get a
I
yeehaw
suspect
in
my
the
position would be
chat?
far too by the books for her.
Can I get
Master
a
always did whatever she pleased.
yeehaw?
But you're right. I suppose I do take after her in some ways.
Who knew Chlorinde had such an interesting past? I never had the chance to ask her about it before. And I wonder if Chlorine's master were the champion duelist back then. Would that duel against Mr. Callus have gone differently? Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Chlorinde and Navi are probably thinking something similar. The mood just got super awkward all of a sudden.
Well, anyway. Would you look at the time? It's getting dark, so we should
the
probably
time is
call
very
it a
time
day
today.
for
The
real
weather's
this
very
time.
weather today.
If we keep talking like this, we really will be here all night.
I had a great time today, Miss Chlorinde. Thank you for being our GM.
Yippee.
Anytime.
The script was good, but I've got to say, your childhood stories were even better. Hey, you should tell us more about that fight against the Geo-Bishop sometime. Maybe your master was onto something.
You could be right.
What does she mean, onto something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who want to fight a bishop in their spare time. Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my energy if I want to continue enjoying the story tomorrow.
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was talking about the script.
Wait until 8 to 10. This is a really long one. Holy sheepers. 8 to 10. Where was that time changing? Oh, there. Hold on, dripping Riz. That button, chat. That button. Ow, ow. God, I wish that button were me. Alright, chat. Part 2.
Let's go meet up with the group. Paimon's really looking forward to...
Sorry, Paimon, to cut you off. But that counts as dailies, yippee! How far? Okay, too far to walk. Shush. Silence. Peasants. Be Morbin. I'm very normal about him, Chet. I'm very normal about him. I'm very normal about him. I'm very normal about him. Can you hold the weight of the world? Only one button can. Atlas who? Clorinde's button. You're very interesting to watch Prime. Thank
Looks
you.
like
I
everyone's
really
here.
appreciate that.
Now,
Heck yeah.
before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday? There was an important decision to be made, yes? I'll pour everyone a cup of tea.
This is very ominous.
Is that really the most important part, though, Chlorinde? Paimon's more concerned about our current surroundings.
Spider webs. Ew.
Heavy walls, cold railings, dim
Have you
lights.
never thought about that there's
This is
spider webs in
obviously supposed
Genshin,
to
but
be a
no
prison.
spiders? Coinkydink?
I
think
admire the
not.
work put into the set. Still, it's obvious the scriptwriter has never paid a visit to the fortress of Meripede.
So this set is going to be a part of the script?
Unfortunately, that is something I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh.
Anyone think Clorinde's smile is starting to look kinda scary?
Well, whatever happens, we'll just have to push on. But first, we should really figure out what to do with this treasure.
Oh, the echo is so big.
If we're worried about arousing suspicion because of our identity, why don't we give ourselves a different name, just like Clorinde's master did?
Ah.
Yeah,
Big
it
brain
might be
move.
better to keep a low profile. As long as we're helping people,
People
it
for
doesn't matter
Chlorinde
who
County, we
we are
have her.
or what we're called.
We have her.
Staring at me won't get you anywhere. Or did you want some more tea?
Oh, Paimon's good. Thanks. anything, Navia.
There's never enough tea.
Wait,
You
what's
need-
that next to you?
Oh, this is the short sword Chlorinde mentioned last night. I found it.
Huh. I'm surprised you managed to track it down after all this time.
Well, I made sure to take good care of
Stare
it.
all
Considering
day,
the
Chlorinde. Oh,
circumstances in which you gave it to me.
Sheepers
Of
chat
course
has
I had to
riz.
keep it safe. Anyway, where were we?
I got her in 30
Oh,
polls.
right.
Let's go,
I was
Cammy,
just thinking about
enjoy.
all the potential ways for
Enjoy,
us to
enjoy.
break
This is
out
really
of
fun to
prison.
play.
We could dig a tunnel, or try to bribe the guards.
Wait, we haven't been thrown into prison yet, have we?
Well,
Not
it's only
yet.
a matter of time. It pays to be prepared. Just like how you should always have an umbrella on hand, even when it's sunny.
Alright, Paimon's made up her mind. Let's just give the treasure away. Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her snacks.
Tiny handcuffs.
So,
Paimon developing
you
character.
reached an agreement? All right
Yes.
then. We can continue with the story.
Oh, and we'll collect all the scattered pieces of treasure on the ground as well.
All right. You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital with your bag of loot in hand.
Yippee. I got her at 80
The city
polls.
is still
Oh, wow.
shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere. But your spirits are surprisingly high. In places where sunlight struggles to reach, you generously share your wealth with the children, the elderly, and the poor in urgent need of help.
Yippee. Imagine someone just shows up to your neighborhood and is just like, you want
Thank
money?
you,
And they just hand
kind
you a bunch
soul.
and you're like,
The elderly woman's
Yeah.
look of gratitude follows you as you
I
walk
feel
away.
the 50-50 so
Her
more
eyes
polls.
never leaving your back
No.
until you move entirely out of sight. However, there's still quite a bit of Mora remaining. It appears you haven't made much progress.
She's probably trying to tell us to speed this up. We need to hurry up so we can address the sorcerer problem.
Should we go find that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible guy. I'm sure he knows the people here far better than us.
Oh, good idea!
Just as you start to make way to the square, intent on finding the man again, there's a voice.
Oh no.
Please wait, distinguished guests. Several strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you and proceed to politely pay their respects.
Greetings, gentlemen. Are we being invited for afternoon
lady.
tea?
Surely you jest, my lady. That would not be our place. It is His Excellency the King who requests to meet with you. Please come with us.
Wait, that's so cool. Please don't make me walk again. Please don't make me walk.
Do
Thank
you
you.
think this could be a trap?
Well, we have to investigate the court at some point, right? Meeting the king himself would be a fantastic opportunity to do that.
I say we go for it. If something happens, we'll just turn the whole place upside down.
That sounds a little intense.
After a quick discussion, you nod to the guards and agree to follow. They lead you all the way to the audience hall of the palace. Gilded tables line both sides of the hall. The space itself is adorned with all manner of expensive antiques, glass shelves, and silver candlesticks. The items appear quite ordinary in size and dimension, yet their presence somehow makes the emptiness of the hall feel even more surreal and ominous.
Spoopy.
Wow, it's so luxurious!
The elderly king, clad in a magnificent robe, sits upon the deep crimson throne before you. He wears above his head a majestic crown, with a gemstone the size of a bird's egg set right at the very front. As you observe it, you
Somebody
see a
got them
complex pattern of
golden
light
Midas
reflect off its surface. They're here, your majesty. A man dressed in dark clothes, likely a minister, shields his mouth with his hands and bends down to whisper a few words to the king. After a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up. His gaze shifts to fixate on your group. but he does not move from his place at the king's side.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings. The man by his side, though, we should keep a close eye on him.
The king remains still and says nothing. The minister is the one who speaks. Esteemed guests, allow me to thank you for coming to our faraway kingdom. Unfortunately, His Majesty the King finds himself quite exhausted from work. So please allow me, his Prime Minister, to welcome you in his stead. I've heard tell that your group, the Marechaussee Hunters, used your exceptional ability with the sword to repel the monsters near the capital. Such a great deed deserves to be rewarded. However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes, you'll forgive me for seeking to verify the truth by speaking to you myself.
I'll see you on Wednesday.
You've got nothing to hide. You brought us
Don't
here to
miss
talk,
it. I only
right?
have 4 streams
so we'll
next
just
week.
Explain what
Don't
happened.
miss it. This is D&D. Yeah, this is the legally distinct.
The golem's blades were so powerful.
Legally distinct
they
campaign
could cut down
game.
trees in a single swipe. It took a lot of effort to defeat them, even for trained swordsmen like us. Well, there was enough details, right? Believe us now?
Your account does indeed match those of the survivors. Since you were the ones who defeated the monsters, that must mean you are also in possession of the treasure they stole?
Well, we did take the treasure, but...
How did he know about the treasure?
Yeah, for real.
Then I must ask that you return it at once. It belongs to the kingdom.
Wait, but didn't you just say that our great deed deserved a reward? Shouldn't the treasure be considered a part of that?
Yes, that was indeed what I said.
You're doing something
But
Wednesday?
you seem to have
Yes.
forgotten a very important distinction. Only that which is freely given by the king can be considered a reward. Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without
Why does
said
he sound like me?
permission,
This
on the
is
other hand,
slander.
is a crime.
But that's completely unreasonable.
Yeah, that makes no sense! If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried underground somewhere!
Rule.
Maybe so, yet the fact remains.
Remain.
You tried to
He
dispose
sounds
of
like
the
me. This is
treasure without
slander,
reporting
chat.
it to the
I
court and
swear.
without receiving permission. Yeah?
Clement's vocal voice is really good. Yeah, that's it. Sure.
What? No answer? Surely you're not insinuating that you, a group of legendary Marechaussee hunters, sought to take the treasure for yourselves?
Well, what about the king? Is he just gonna let this guy talk for him the whole time?
Clad in his magnificent robe, the king remains seated,
One's
with his
actually
hands
proclaim
resting
amnesia
on
to
either
voicing her.
side of the throne.
I just meant the voice
His
impression with the
posture is rigid and unmoving. He stares forward with an empty look in his eyes, completely unmoved by the events before him.
From the look of things, could the Prime Minister be the evil sorcerer? Or could both the King and the Prime Minister have fallen under the evil sorcerer's control?
Well then, good night,
I
good
would
night.
like to observe the number of guards
True, true.
stationed in the hall.
The guards in the palace appear
Sleep
fully
well.
armed,
Yeah, have a good night,
their
Ryan.
expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready, each with a hand placed upon the hilt of their sword, as if prepared to draw their weapons and surround you at a moment's notice.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears we've been visited by nothing more than a group of ill-intentioned imposters.
And dressing on either
What a
side of the
pity.
throne, hands shown crossed
Guards,
together in
take
the
them
lap.
away and throw them in the dungeons. Before I decide your fate, however, I must first determine whether you have any accomplices outside the court.
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start some kind of riot?
Fight.
But if we try to fight the guards right now...
Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear. If you're scared, Paimon, just hold my hand.
Aw, thanks, you guys.
So sweet.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides. It's only when you begin to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the stench of death and decay all around you, that you finally realize you've stepped into a completely different world. Stay here, and don't try anything funny.
Oh, ew, that's
The guards
nasty.
lock the cell door and leave without looking back.
The Haunted was making it hotter. Ayo?
Wait, sir!
How?
Your voice echoes through the dark hall, but the only response you receive is the sound of water dripping from the ceiling.
No! What should we do now?
Take a shower,
Carve out a new path
probably.
of fate with our own two hands, of course. I draw my weapon.
You reach towards
Let's
your
go.
waist, but find nothing there. You
I
now
took my
recall that your
sword.
weapons were confiscated before the guards locked you in the cell.
No.
The bag of treasure along with them.
Illegal.
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
When did you hide it in there?
Oh
when
no.
I was thinking about digging
She's
a tunnel.
cheating.
Rejected. You failed to inform the GM of this course of action.
Oh, not the 44
Moreover,
bull.
the guards would have conducted a thorough search before throwing you in prison.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be seen?
Correct. You don't even feel a lock hole on the cell door.
The 44 rules again.
There goes all our plans.
Indeed.
Huh? Why are you the one saying indeed?
Because that statement holds true for me as well. This is where the script ends.
What? But that's a terrible ending!
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the players some kind of hint, or gives the GM some kind of code for how to move forward.
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the
Still
feeling of being
sleeping.
in
Oh yeah,
prison.
I know we're still
Like,
sleeping, but I'm
they'll
getting
only
very
show us the way
tired.
out once we've grown truly and utterly desperate.
That is a
Homebrew
possibility.
time.
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh wait, guess it's kind of how the Fortress of Meripede works if you're lucky.
Oh, before
RNG jail.
I forget. Navia, the short sword you had with you earlier. I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble anything from this era. If I remember correctly, that style was last in vogue several hundred years ago.
Wait, Chlorinde said that sword used to belong to her master, right? Does that mean her
Chlorinde's
master has been
master is
alive
ancient.
that long?
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything. I'd say the sword was most likely an heirloom passed down over time.
Oh, okay. No old lady
hang on.
alert. Oh, I will retract
heirloom
it.
passed down to you by your master. And you gave it to me just like that? You weren't worried I might lose it?
They were
Master
best
left many things to me
friends.
when she disappeared.
She would never
There was the
regret it.
sword, an old key, and a good amount of junk she probably just didn't want to take with her. I gave you the
Oh,
sword back
jeepers.
then because I didn't want our friendship to end.
Wait, when did this happen exactly?
After the duel between Mr. Callis and myself.
Before that, Chlorinde would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with Papa as well. After the duel, though, there was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to face each other. She entrusted this sword to me, and never came back. We were both sad, and conflicted, and totally overthinking everything as a result. Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder if Miss Petronia had never introduced us to each other at that picnic. Maybe part of the sadness I was feeling could have been avoided. Back then, it felt like I hadn't just lost a father, but a close friend as well.
No one can change the past. The most important thing is that you two found your way back to each other and can enjoy things like this together.
Yep, you're right.
I'm sorry, you two. I didn't mean to bring up any sad memories.
Think nothing of it. No one here is at fault.
Lulu, Boo Boo! Hi, welcome in. It's good to see you.
Huh?
Huh? Alright, Chlorinde, wrap it up. I'm so hungry.
Looks like the next part of our script is here.
Oh, sheepers, this is the
timing.
longest quest
The
ever.
situation was really starting to get desperate. And not just because of the prison thing.
From Clarenne's face, I really can't tell if it's
A little hungry,
good
get her more
news or
gummy worms.
bad news.
More gummy worms!
Water continues to drip from the ceiling.
I hope this is the wrap
In
up.
this lightless dungeon, you lack a reliable way to tell how much time has passed. Eventually, you get used to the unpleasant odor of straw,
least two.
mold, and rust,
Oh, ew.
and find yourselves alternating between fits of drowsiness and despair. Suddenly, you hear footsteps outside the door.
Are we
Heads
getting
up, everyone.
saved
Someone's coming.
or executed?
Gather close, everyone, and keep your voice down.
Saved or executed? What's your bed chat? I'm gonna say saved. Oink. Oh, I just want to see him sit by the table. He's so cute. Sit, take a seat. Oh my god. Yippee. I came to the D&D game for you. Hold on, let me go and get where I'm supposed to sit. Oh, damn it. It won't let me zoom under the table.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity is the same as your own. I'm also a Marashose hunter.
No way! It was an inside job.
Already sent away the other guards, but if we make too much noise...
I understand, but how can we be sure we can trust you?
How much
The
worse
king
can
has
it
issued a
possibly
formal
get?
decree. In light of the irrefutable proof of your crime, you're to be executed before tomorrow's sunrise.
Uh-oh.
If you want to escape,
I think
it
we're
has
both
to be
correct,
now.
chat.
Executed? We barely did anything!
Monsters
I
appearing
think we're
at the
both
same
right.
location as the treasure. Could this entire thing have
No
been a
hacking way.
trap?
There will be time for speculation once we're out of here. As for my identity, I have no way to prove that to you just yet. Infiltrating the capital was difficult, and finding a chance to speak with you has taken a lot out of me. I could go on, but I think we can all agree that now is not the time for details.
Have you seen our weapons anywhere, sir?
Don't worry, I brought them with me. They're just behind the door. Still, these weapons alone won't be enough to defeat the true enemy behind the scenes. His faction is too powerful. The guards are all under his control, and he's even stationed a number of golems in various rooms throughout the palace. To defeat him, you must find a secret vault. It is said that within that vault, the Marashose hunters of the past left behind a treasure with the power to defeat the sorcerer.
You're not coming with us?
There's so
No,
much more quest
I'll
in the
remain
quest.
in the dungeons to deal with the guards. I'll try my best to distract them so they don't go after you.
Endless
As
quest.
long as my identity is not revealed, I'll be able to aid you when the final battle comes.
In that case, please stay safe.
Thank you for your concern. I will do my utmost. As for the location of the vault, here, this map should lead you there.
Holy bush sheepers. Hi, Doodles! Hi, welcome in. How are you doing today?
Got it.
Welcome, welcome.
All right, once
you
I
have
open the
anything to
door,
say today?
remember to stick close and refrain
Welcome
from
to
making any noise.
Genshin.
I'll lead you out of here as quickly as possible. You now have the chance to restore the honor and legacy of the Marashose hunters. So please, get out there and reclaim what's ours.
Yes, sir.
And be sure to exercise caution.
With the help of the guard, you successfully escape the dungeons. Your sense of despair and anxiety both seem to fade as you continue your quest.
Yippee. I'm great. How are you? A little eepy, but I'm doing great today. Thank you for asking. How long is this quest? They're normally like 2 hours, right? We're way past
Wait,
that.
we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who
Well-
knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool summon spell?
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward.
It was jail after all. Just saying. I wouldn't have thought of any riveting gameplay in jail.
Settle down.
Oh, collected.
Taking a turn for the better.
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled. Behold.
Oh, sheepers, he's strong.
Yeah.
They all are.
Mighty mythical beast.
Oh, are we cornered?
Mind the side effects.
Silence.
Still not down?
Seems like an emergency.
Oh, we're out of juice. We were out of juice.
Be sanctified.
Yippee.
Abandoned property belongs to who?
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
Kaiju, he deserves the world. That was not the quest, but I got a little sidetracked. Look for the objective in this area. It should be by the ocean bit. Where the ocean meets land. Where the ocean meets land. So a little bit further up? Here? Did we miss it? Do you have a favorite harbinger? That, can I ask you a question? Made me so nervous because it's usually superseded by something really horrible. But yeah, I do! Do you want to have a guess? Well, I'm sure it's not the mint. The ocean meets land, but where? Huh? Am I this lost? Oh!
This should be the place marked on the map.
This bit of rock certainly looks suspicious.
Scaramouche?
Well,
no.
I'd say an investigation's
We did get
in order
art.
then.
We did
Plus,
get out of my old
if all
model and
else
him
fails,
together.
we can just blow it up.
No, it's Pantalone. I hope he's playable soon. I really want him.
You really meant that.
I love me a good
Before
capitalist.
you lies a serene
Lila,
stretch
thank you for
of
the
open
follow.
water,
Welcome in.
its surface shimmering a brilliant shade of sapphire blue.
Well, guess this means it's time for a swim.
I love Pantalone. Heck yeah! Yoink. Go, Baiju, go. Go, Baiju, go. Oh no. Oh no. They see me morbid. Oh, oh, oh. Is that it? Why did they get rid of the sensor? Hold on, did they get rid of the swimming sensor? Oh, never mind, it's still there. Oh man. I mean, normal say so comment, I guess. Wow, I'm glad it's TOS safe. Tragic.
Oh, what's the matter?
It's nothing. As you step into the cave, you find yourself in an eerily quiet space. Before you lies a narrow passageway that appears to trail off endlessly into the distance.
I'm really normal, chat. Really normal. Oh, I guess we're just following then.
Wow, this must be where the treasure is hidden.
But this door is blocking our way in.
She's normal? I'm very normal!
It almost looks like it's been here for quite some time. I've got to hand it to the tabletop troupe. He really went all out with the props.
Huh.
Is this really
What
part
have
of
we
the
got down
story?
here? A kind of mechanism connected to the door?
Oh no, they're making me puzzle again. In this
It
economy
looks
with
like
this
we
little
might have
rice in
to
my
arrange
bowl.
it into a certain pattern.
A pattern on a stone door. That's something Master mentioned before.
Is something wrong, Chlorinde?
After a long, difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated by your map.
Puzzle, go home, go eat.
It appears to be an
Water all my
ancient
plants
site of
and go
some
eat.
sort, where treasure likely awaits. Your surroundings are exceedingly quiet and serene, as if the secret that slumbers here has never once been disturbed. If you listen closely, you can almost convince yourself you can hear the sound of its calm, gentle breathing.
That description makes Paimon feel kinda bad for disturbing this place.
We're doing this for the sake of the people, to free them from the evil sorcerer. I say it's time for this treasure to once again see the light of day.
Linny's right.
Yeah.
We need to keep going. The future of the kingdom depends on it. The next part of the story requires us to solve the puzzle, right? Let's start exploring the area.
Yes, that should be fine. Something feels off about all this. Guess I'll just have to improvise.
She's very normal. So normal, I'm banned from the state of Wisconsin for being too normal. Need a condensed hydro core. Alright. You guys can keep progressing, but I'd like to go eat.
I found something!
Found something
Is
here
it this
too.
one? It's like I'm in an escape room, but I'm the only person holding the answer.
Same here.
Oh my god. At a snail pace, Jesus Christ. Go Eve, this is a good place to end, TBH, but we can't end in the middle of it, unfortunately. We have to wait for them to do the thing. Escape room. Oh my god, did he figure it out? Wow. Incredible. Girl, is this not it? Did I not install it?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Okay, I'm in the escape room and I do not know the answer. The fuck is this puzzle, bro? I've never encountered this before because I don't care about solving the puzzles. Does anyone know? Because I have honestly no idea. Is this it? Do I move it? Very unlikely the answer. I'm honestly confused. I have no fucking clue what's going on. Where are my good backseaters when I need them? Oh, install it, install it, install it. Huh? Little said while tiredly rolling her R. I'm tired, man. I have no clue how to solve it. Operate the device. This one movable? It's not a good thing to do when you're colorblind. Okay, I have no clue. I hit it. That's all I got. That's all I got, chat. That's all I got! Sorry, Lulu, I'm no help. God damn it.
Settle down.
Wait, am I moving with the core? Well, now they're moving for some reason. I love... Okay, I did nothing, and somehow it worked. Attempt to solve the puzzle. I think we fixed it. I think we fixed it, chat. Did I do it? Did we...
It worked!
I have no
Something
clue what
just
I
appeared.
did!
Some kind of new mechanism, maybe?
By solving the puzzles, you prove yourselves worthy of inheriting the secrets of
Bro,
the
I
past.
love when I F about and I don't
At
know
the
what's
end
going
of
on and
each
then I fix
puzzle,
it.
you're rewarded with
With?
a key.
Oh my god, how long is this campaign?
Oh, must be the key to the big door.
Mesmerizing.
This is one of the Marashose Hunter
Sorry,
keys
Lulu, I'm no help.
that are
No,
passed
don't
down
worry,
from
Cataclysm.
generation to generation.
I don't think I would have helped anyone today
It looks
either.
just like the one Master passed down to me. It is said that 4 keys in total are required to form the final, complete key. And it seems like we just collected 3 of them. That must mean...
Congrats, Lulu. You solved the puzzle. Lulu has tripped and accidentally pushed the button. I sure did!
What's wrong? You hear a few strange noises. Suddenly, all the torches in the ruin go out at once.
Huh? What's going on? Did we fall into another trap?
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone. Without the torches, the space is now completely dark, and you cannot see anything.
But Paimon can still see a little bit over here.
Paimon, don't break the people's immersion.
Sorry.
Suddenly, you hear the sound of footsteps pierce through the darkness.
There's someone else here? Oh, this is so unsettling. I can't see anything.
I've been discovered then.
Wait, that voice, it's...
You recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place. It appears he now covets the treasure for himself, and has come to stake his claim.
Oh, so this is just part of the script. Then I can probably relax. Well, if we can't see anything...
Oh, Colorado, thank you for the raid! Welcome in! How was your
our
stream?
abilities.
Welcome,
Should
welcome.
we retreat for now?
Judging by the way he's holding his sword, he must be a real Marashose hunter. But this isn't part of the script.
Retreat? That's not the hunter way. If it's dark for us, then it's dark for him. We choose to fight.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit. This battle will be in the dark.
You got it.
Well then, let us begin. Loaded.
Sheepers. It's not ready. Dark question mark?
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Don't worry, Chlorinde got
Your
this.
strike is successful.
Ha! You're facing a veteran Marashose hunter. You don't stand a...
Is he still standing? Goodness, he sure has a lot of HP.
Not for much longer.
Is it over? Can we open our eyes now?
It's great getting a grind for footy. Now, heck
The
yeah!
enemy is strong
A fellow
and
Genshin
relentless,
enjoyer.
but the
Yippee.
battle is nearing its end. The torches have not been relit.
How
What
many
about
whistles
now?
do you have ready?
Final strike. Ha!
She's so hot. Uh, 50? Oh, heck yeah, I hope
well,
you get her! I really hope you get her. She's so worth it. With 40 pity, you got this. I believe in you. Why isn't she answering?
Chlorinde?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, the 4 of you successfully defeat the uninvited guest. That look in his eyes. It's like he became an entirely different person as soon as I defeated him.
Huh? Mr. Florian? Oh, wait. We're supposed to be role-playing. I should stay in character. Speak your name, guard. Why did you lead us here just to betray us?
For real, my guy.
Is this treasure really more important to you than bringing peace to the kingdom?
What kingdom? What peace? Those were nothing but lies! I, Florian, am a true Marashose hunter, descended from hunters of ages past.
So he's also using his real name. Or, wait, was that the name of his character from the very beginning?
Oh.
Then I'm even more confused. If you
What quest
truly
is
are a
this? Call out
Marashose
story
hunter,
quest.
shouldn't you want to help us just like you said before? Shouldn't we fight together for the sake of the people?
What do you know? In this day and age, there's no glory to be had as a Marashose hunter.
What's that supposed to mean?
My skills were passed down to me by my father. We lived a life of obscurity in a remote wilderness.
Kaggle!
Still,
169 channel points
he
to throw
devoted
stuff at me!
everything he had to being a
biddies to throw
Marashose
10 times
hunter.
as many items.
And what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain.
L.
In a world that forgot all about him. When he died, not a single person came to mourn his passing. The Marashose hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes. We deserved more recognition and respect than this.
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember the hunters and their legacy?
Don't you hate it when you get brainwashed?
To this level of social criticism.
Anyway.
So that's why you want to take the treasure
Tell
for
me how to
yourself?
hive mind command
You feel
in
like you're
chat?
owed fame and wealth?
Brainwash time!
If you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down here and take it?
Because I still needed the final key.
Only a true Marashose hunter is capable of passing through this final door. As someone who sought to hurt others for his own gain, Florian lost that right long ago.
Oh,
Okay, but what is this treasure anyway? We've got all the keys, right? So can we just go in and take a look?
You're sure you want to go in?
We've been talking about it for so long. Of course we want to see what's inside.
And we've already defeated Florian, right? So he won't try to take it from us anymore.
Pesky brats.
Watch yourself.
Then let's open the door together.
All right. Your choice of action is confirmed. Before you, the door to the treasure, sealed and undisturbed for more than 100 years.
Please, One
finally
Piece, please
swings
put another
open.
map behind it.
You
I'm
hear
so
the
happy
shrill
to
wail
keep
of
going.
the door hinge as it rotates for the first time
D&D,
after years
legally
of
distinct.
disuse. Almost like a sleeping giant letting out an extended yawn. You get the impression that the secrets buried behind this door might be just as heavy as the sound you just heard.
It's open! Come on, let's go in! Paimon wants to see what's inside!
Girl, me too.
Me too!
They're so happy about that little
Uncovering
treasure
hidden
hunt.
treasure is the most exciting part of adventuring. What do we have here? Uh-huh.
A stone tablet? And some shabby weapons?
Is there a person?
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more like an abandoned warehouse.
Maybe the troop ran out of budget at the
You
end?
have to read that. Yeah, I do.
Provided a super immersive experience at the beginning only to drop the ball at the most important part? They could have at least filled this place with cardboard mora or something.
Wait, I get it now. Paimon, this is the real Marashose hunter treasure.
Huh?
This is it? The Marashose hunter treasure is just a stone slab.
Stone
and some
slab of the
broken swords?
guillotine.
Can't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Whoa, are you okay?
He's Morbin. He's not okay.
The Marashose hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. He needs to leave the room for a moment to collect himself. One of you seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If the rest of you wish to follow suit, you may remain here in the meantime and explore your surroundings.
God, how much can we buffer this quest? I swear. What's that? Should I mean for her support? Oh, I don't know. I get characters for fun and sheeps and giggles. I'm sorry. And for the physics. Oh, we should talk to him in a distance. Sorry. Same. I think Nico said that it's a difference when you build her as a C1 for healing or as just a support.
So, how are you doing?
On a C0.
Feeling any better?
I use her only as a support
What just
character, so I
happened?
just
Do you
Strong top
remember
her
how you got
HP.
here? Or what happened to your body just now?
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted to... the explosives in the cave!
The
You
what?
mean these?
Huh?
Oh my god.
How did you...
I
My
could tell
guy.
something was off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept an eye out. I've already dismantled the whole thing.
I'm so glad we don't have another bomb
So the
diffusion arc like we had
strongest
in
champion
Stariel this
duelist
week.
in
That
all
was
of
a lot.
Fontaine saved the day once again.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Guess
I'm
I
not
shouldn't
getting
be
more wishes.
surprised. It would seem your skills as a Marashose
What team are
hunter
you playing
as
in?
sharp as ever.
I deserve some
I'll
answers.
try my
don't
best,
you
but
think?
I'm not the esports.
Tell me why you wanted to lure me here. Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth. Luckily, your monologue was dramatic enough to convince my friends you were just role-playing.
I don't know. I just always felt like there was something in my heart that didn't belong to me. Something agitated and angry.
Aw, little
Who knows?
guy.
Maybe it was my own anger all along.
He's just a
I
little
could never
guy.
really tell. The feelings about my father and the other Marashose hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I was angry, bitter that no one remembered them or praised their accomplishments. I don't know when it started, but at some point, my anger came to completely consume me. At that point, I remembered the legend my father used to tell me. The one about the treasure.
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why plant all those explosives?
Party period wine time?
Wouldn't they just destroy the treasure and bury you
Party
along with
period
it?
wine time?
I can't remember. My head is a mess. It felt like there was this voice telling me to eliminate the hunters, but now... it's
Possession
gone.
is over, my guy. You're
From your
free.
description,
You don't
I
have to play
suspect you were
Valorant
dealing with the
anymore.
Devorator.
You're free, you hear?
Devorator?
Oh, your
Back to
master...
Minesweeper.
your father, I mean, never talked about it? It was a kind of monster that was active several centuries ago.
No, I've heard of it. I'm just not sure why you suddenly... Wait, it can't be. The seal!
The seal?
Bork, bork.
My family has served as Marashose hunters for many generations. But the title and swordsmanship weren't the only things passed down over our line. There was a seal as well. My father instructed me to always watch over that seal and maintain it regularly.
Not
He
the
said it had been passed
seal.
down over a truly ancient age, and
Minesweeper!
protecting it was our clan's most important duty. But I neglected that duty after he died. I finally decided to come down and check on it one day, and that's where my memories become fuzzy.
The Devorator would be a formidable adversary for any mortal being, even ones as capable as the Hunters. If you lacked the power to completely destroy it, you would easily fall prey to its influence and corruption. In light of this, some Marashose hunters chose to seal the Devorator away, in the hopes that a permanent solution would come with the passage of time.
I heard it has the power to amplify the obsessions and desires in people's hearts, to the point where they overtake you entirely. It would seem I'm not just lacking in skill with a blade, but in mental fortitude as well.
And yet,
He
you
didn't
were
study
able to
the blade
retrieve
well
3
enough.
of the 4 keys. If I
What did he
remember
do in
correctly,
high school?
each was entrusted to a respected and capable hunter. How did you manage it?
One of them belonged to my father. The second I stole from a different hunter. And the third... was one that I snatched while the person was on the way home from the tavern. I nearly died in that alley. I know just how strong you are. It's as clear as day to everyone in Fontaine. I observed you from dusk to dawn, but could never find any opportunity to sneak up on you. I never even saw you drink a single glass of liquor. The only way I could think to obtain that last key was to lure you here using your hobby, and then... Oh, I get it now. That monster,
New
it
Zealand?
wanted to bury you here alongside the
Lucien
treasure.
has quite the following now.
I
Wait,
won't
is he a
comment on
real?
anything
Is he a
else.
real influencer? Seal?
Well,
No
the script
freaking
was
way.
good.
Wait, that sounds pog AF.
Well, I did pour my heart and soul
Please say
into
yes.
it. The stories my
Realized
father
every
used
time
to
Lulu
tell
opens
me
her eyes, it's moving.
about the glory
It's
of the
too cute.
heroic
Oh yeah, I do. Every time
Marashose
I blink,
hunters,
my
and
ears
how
move.
they came to be forgotten.
It's more than just a story.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
You're proud to be a hunter. You're still holding onto that part of yourself, no matter how small.
I have done so many despicable things. I have nothing to be proud of.
Then explain the purpose of the evil sorcerer in your story. Isn't he the true antagonist?
Drifter!
The one who sought nothing but his own gain.
Thank you for the biddies!
And used the people as pawns to attain.
I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you!
In your heart of hearts, he was the one you truly wanted to defeat.
But I've already tainted my sword. I no longer have any right to...
Wake up, Florian. Remember how you introduced yourself earlier.
Is that a
you
keychain?
really
Bring it,
the
bring it! Oh my
acted
god!
out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved and acknowledged by the people? What did your father teach you about our order?
Bring it! Bring it, chat! 100 biddies, still 10 times as many items! This will be
You
less
do not
depressing if you
wield your
keep some
sword for
stuff.
yourself, but to protect those you serve.
Spam!
There's nothing special about a blade. It's the intentions of the wielder that matter above all else. Do you still not understand? Even after seeing the treasure for yourself? The contents of that room, they represent the true legacy the hunters left
Oh my
behind.
god, we're here for almost 8 hours today, chat. What happened?
You're right.
World's longest quest!
I am a Marashose hunter. It's time for me to redeem. No, to finally serve the people I vowed to protect all along.
R.I.P.
I wouldn't be so quick to push aside the need for redemption.
I know. That's a charge I won't bother to defend myself against.
Good. Then, come with me. And help me see the script through to the end.
Huh?
Done hurting my sheep for time for love.
Through to the end? But...
Brandon, you get more on tier 3, just
left.
saying. Did you enjoy Pacific
Never
Drive? It looked
finished
fun.
it, huh?
It was really fun. It was
No, I
very
mean,
stressful.
I wrote the script with the
it's
sole
very
purpose
fun.
of luring
I'll
you
play
all
more
here.
next week.
There was no reason to write beyond this point.
Either Elden Ring or
Then we'll
Pacific
just have to
Drive.
keep writing it.
Now that everyone's
The
playing
evil
Elden Ring again,
sorcerer
I
still
feel
needs
left
to be
out.
defeated.
Like,
You
real
mean
for real.
The Devorator? Are you saying I have to make up the rest of the script as we go along?
Is that really so hard? You've already written most of it.
Oh my god, please don't tell me there's another hour. I'm dying
where
here.
The hunters win and justice
Rest in
prevails.
piss.
I'll be there to help you too.
Get more TP,
You aren't
so
afraid your
TP.
party will fall into danger?
I know what my friends are capable of, and they're all quite skilled. Besides, I need their help.
Then,
Shit, I can't do this
are you
anymore.
going to tell them the truth about all this?
How much longer is this quest?
I don't intend to spoil the fun. Sometimes protecting
Me
dreams
too,
and
Lulu.
fantasies is more important
I need to
than
get my old
exposing the
save file
truth.
back, or we have to start
Don't
over
you
from the
think?
12-hour. But only passed 3 bosses that way. I hope not. You've got to be kidding me, right? We can't swap out because we're stuck on one character. Oh my sheepers. Alright. 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 Honk me 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 me. Honk me 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 me.
They're back!
Get the freaking crystal flies, gamers! They're so hard to come by. This is a movie? Yeah, this is the Snyder cut.
Ahem! My fellow Marashose
first.
hunters, please forgive me, for I have sinned.
Huggers.
Tone it
Unpogs
down.
your day.
Sorry.
Let me get a pog command.
After crossing swords with you and witnessing your courage in battle, I've rediscovered my true self and regained my pride as a Marashose hunter.
Oh, do I smell a redemption arc?
I confess, I was brainwashed by the evil sorcerer. He asked me to lure you here so he could bury you in this cave.
That little... Wait, you're saying all of that wasn't you, but the evil sorcerer?
That's right. He's adept at
Snyder
manipulating
cut
the
left it
hearts
that
and
way.
minds of the people. I fell under his influence because I did not possess a strong enough sense of will.
Huh. And how are you going to prove that you're a changed man? We're not going to fall for the same trap twice.
To be perfectly honest, I only came to my senses after seeing the treasure. It reminded me of my father's past teachings. The treasure was actually...
The names of all the Marashose hunters from ages past and their weapons?
Wait, you already know?
Of course. Don't underestimate
Nora?
a veteran role player's exploration
We're talking
skills.
just...
Oh,
Wrap
wait.
up!
I mean, Marshall Hunter Navia's exploration skills.
Or make spaghetti.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
So did
That
you guys know
tablet
that you can
recorded
keep
the lives of
leftovers
some
for like a
fascinating
week?
people.
Which is crazy
For
to me.
example, this
I didn't know they were good for that long.
Est. She inherited the responsibilities of the Golden
Lemon
Hunter
break.
and passed judgment on many people. But in private, she had a very easygoing personality. Her favorite pastime was singing and dancing with her friends, and she was said to have a beautiful voice.
So, she was just like you.
Oh, you really think so?
Ah, cute!
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I also have a few things in common with this Walter. Working as an executioner,
the
he
orange
supposedly
cat?
used
No
a
way.
countless number of tricks to confound
No
his
way,
enemies
no
in
way.
battle. Oh, if only I could have seen the feats of magic he pulled off back then.
Their lives were all so exciting. You could write so many cool books about their accomplishments. How could they have all been forgotten?
Because they chose to be. To hunt monsters that only appear in the shadows, you must also operate in the dark. To be a Marshose hunter is to willingly give up on wealth and fame.
Then this stone tablet must have been left behind by their companions.
That's right. Few Marshose hunters ever revealed their identity to the public. They always protected the city from the shadows. The only time they spoke of their accomplishments would be at night, when they gathered with their fellow hunters in front of the bonfire to share stories of the monsters slain by their hand.
So, this tablet was created not so that the hunters would be remembered by the people, but so that they would be remembered by each other.
How are you doing?
No wonder this place was so well hidden.
Hope you're having a good day today.
You regard the stone tablet in solemn silence. The names of your comrades etched onto its surface serve as a reminder that you are never truly alone. The tablet proves that,
Chlorinde, we
although a
love you,
hunter
girl.
walks a shrouded path, it is not a solitary
That was
one.
4 hours of quest.
There will always be those who walk beside you. A fact that remains as true today as in ages long past. Their legacies shall continue to be passed down from generation to generation, as
Angela, I hope
everlasting
you're
as the
doing well
stone
today.
onto which their names are carved.
Father, you once told me that I should seek out the treasure if I ever became lost. So this is what you wanted me to find.
That and his wallet's behind the rock. Decided to trust you.
Thank you, my friend. You are very kind. I implore you, everyone, please give me a chance to make up for all I've done. Allow me to fight alongside you and defeat the evil sorcerer that threatens the peace and prosperity of everyone in this kingdom.
I love that it says
I
basement.
say we let you join.
Sounds good to me too. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you do to make up for them.
I have no objections, but Mr. Florian, do you even know how to defeat the evil sorcerer?
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his thoughts. Every time I thought of the treasure, he reacted with a strong sense of fear.
Huh? He's afraid of the treasure? But there's nothing here except some broken weapons in the stone tablet.
What if the secret's hidden inside these weapons?
What if the real hunters were the friends we made along the way?
Investigate.
Oh my god. Next cutscene chat, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go eat. I'm done. It's 11 p.m. Let me rest. Let me rest endless D&D
At
campaign.
first glance, the weapons appear absolutely ordinary. But as you observe them, you notice a faint energy emanating from within. These blades have slain countless monsters. Though it's been a long time since they were used in battle, their edges remain
More.
sharp, as if they're simply waiting for the next worthy hunter to carry on their legacy.
To be
So
continued.
basically take these with us, right?
I'll take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe it'll find comfort in being held by someone who appreciates the arts.
Dancing
Good
pog.
idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer magician to another.
Now you're caught in my bio. soliciting this service on Twitter. But I've not seen a dude yet, and I'm kind of disappointed.
As you grip your
Where's
weapons,
Snyder cut in bio?
You can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being. It's a feeling of courage, determination. A silent vow passed down from generation to generation that says, eradicate the monsters,
the gosh darn
no
crystal
matter the
fly.
cost.
Please, I need them to make better resin. Melt them.
Mr. Florian, do you know where to find the evil sorcerer?
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently hiding out at the church in the kingdom.
Besides
We
Brandon,
must be
no.
extremely careful. He's spent so long living among monsters that he's now taken the form of one. He will not be easily defeated.
Then why don't we explore some more and try to find some higher level gear? We don't want to just fight him and lose, right?
I'm kicking Paimon out of the campaign. 44 rules, let's go.
Oh, no, we have to
say they
strike
should
now.
have
He was
their
greatly
own thing.
weakened when I managed
Right?
to break out of his control. If we let him rest, he
Heck
might have
yeah.
time to escape.
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the advantage. Don't forget, the people of the capital are counting on us.
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point in waiting. The longer this drags on, the worse it will be for everybody.
Yes, yes, that's what's called...
Catching your enemy off guard. No, it's called buffering
yes,
the quest for
that's
4
exactly
hours.
right.
Alright, you
can let us in my bio.
Paimon.
Mr. Florian, please lead the way.
The original
Of
cut of
course.
Dragon Ball Z before
Follow
the
me.
Kai cut came out in 2010. Was Dragon Ball Z also very long? I've never seen it.
So many scenes today, and now he has to join in for this last part. I really don't envy his job.
Don't worry, he's getting paid in exposure.
Finally, you decide to slay the evil sorcerer and bring peace back to the kingdom once and for all. As you walk away, you feel the gaze of the stone tablet at your back.
God damn it,
As if
Genshin.
all the hunters of the past are wishing you success in the battle ahead and awaiting your triumphant return.
Oh my god. Alright, chat. I'm not playing part free today. I value sleep and sanity. And Snyder cut in bio. I'm so sorry, chat. This is the first time I'm not able to finish a story quest within a lot of time, but we've been here for 8 hours. It's time for me to get some spaghetti and go to bed. I'm sorry. That was endless. Endless game. Thank you for the egg. Thank you for the egg. I was like, oh yeah, long stream today. The long stream. Are you sure about that? I was ill prepared. It is true. I'm a very eepy sheepy. Alright, chat. Before I go, I will find us the friends to pass some love on to. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, we got new merch. Exclamation mark merch and chat, so get your all new little merch. We got ducky, we got posters, desk mats, 3D mouse pads. Holy shit! For real 3D Michael Bublé squishy mouse pads? No way. No way! Come on, chat, get your own. Is Catnip still here, Toasties? Or did I take too long? Yes, she is Poggers. I will send some love to my friend Catnips. Oh god, the / button. One fear. One fear. Poggers. See you streaming, Pog. Let's go. Send some love to friends today, chat. Apart from the little merch, exclamation mark cover in the chat. So go and listen to my most recent song cover of Error. And I will be back on Wednesday. New schedule is up as soon as I finish, I promise. New schedule. Yippee. As I said, only 4 streams next week because on the Saturday I have a concert over in Germany. I'll still be here. Over on the Discord server. Chilling after. But I'll be at Dokumi in Germany, exclamation mark con in chat for the schedule. At 7 p.m. local time on the main stage. So please have fun listening to Lulu Eep sing time. Right, cat? Let's go, Grimheim! sorry you joined us at the very end today. I've been here for 8 hours. I'm gonna need some rest. We love you. Get some rest, okay? Yippee, I will. I'm gonna make some spaghetti. Exclamation mark socials in the chat. If you guys haven't seen them yet, I do have new shorts out. I posted them during the story quest because that was taking a long time. And I will be back on Wednesday, 3 p.m. BST, 10 a.m. Eastern time for the Burgerlanders on the East Coast. I wish all of my Rams a wonderful good night. Don't let the degenerates bite you. I love you. You're valid. Goodbye and good night. See you on Wednesday, chat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.